You like to control everything around you and what you're doing and the direction you're going and so on and so forth. But when you're an actor, you can't control the film. The director controls the film.
That's
so
right.
how...
That's why I'd like to be a director.
And also direct yourself?
No.
Why wouldn't you do that?
Because that's too complicated. I don't want to run back and forth the camera. That's because being a director is about being in control, and being an actor is about letting go, and I think that it's asking too much to play both roles.
Is that also why you started Maverick as a record label? Because you wanted to, I suppose, sort of move on and have another facet to what you're doing musically, really, and be in control in that area?
Yeah, well, you know, control is a word we're sort of throwing around, and I think that it has a negative connotation. When I say I want to be in control, I simply mean I have a dream, I have a vision, and I want to execute it. When you're a musician, when you're a singer, and much of the work I've done, I've had an idea or a dream or a vision, and I've seen it from beginning to end, and it's been my own personal vision. As an actress, you are servicing someone else's dream. The only person that's vision is executed is the director. So there's the difference there. And then as far as Maverick goes, the company, I have a company because I'm interested in exploring, nurturing, and developing other people's talent, other musicians, other singers, other writers, other actors, other directors, everything. I like to think of it as an artistic think tank where I just like to go out and find young, raw talent and put people together and come up with stuff. So it's kind of an experiment. And it has less to do with control and more to do with nurturing other people.
Is it also a good way of actually, for you to get new ideas, that you're surrounded by so many people doing different things? That
Well, I've always gotten ideas from other people. I think that's the best way to be inspired as an artist is to be around humanity, whether you're walking down the street or you're standing in the middle of a shopping mall or you're hanging around a lot of really brilliant people. I mean, you know, the smarter, I mean, the more brilliant people that you hang around, the more inspired you get, you know. So I just like to be around talented people, whether I use what I learned from them in my work or not.
Now, one of the first singles that was going to be released from Maverick was The Queen's English, which was by the two dancers that were...
Louis and Jose.
Yeah, that's right. What happened to that? Will it be released at some point?
Yeah, it's going to be released, but it's going to be on a compilation record with a series of different artists, all New York artists that sort of are in that genre of music, house music. And right now we're compiling all the artists for that, so once we have all the songs, we'll release that. That wouldn't come out until next year.
And on that track that you were involved vocally as well, weren't you? With doing
I sang backup, yeah.
How do you feel about the fans outside your hotel window?
Here?
Yeah.
Well, they're very annoying at night when I'm trying to sleep. That's how I feel. I mean, I'm very flattered by it, but they should just have a curfew or something. After midnight, they have to go home.
The fan curfew.
Yes.
What do you say to them? I mean, do you actually ever give them advice like, you know, why don't you get out of here? Why?
No, because if I walked out in front of my hotel, I would be ambushed. So I don't think there's really a chance for discussion. No. What you mean? What would I say to them now on TV, or what
no?
do
I
say
mean,
to them
in
personally?
terms of that. Well, I read an article once where it said that you really felt that people outside your house is why don't you get yourself a life? Why don't you go away and do something instead of sitting there? Because what they're doing isn't exactly
what I'm
it's
promoting.
flashing, but it's not creative in a lot of ways.
Absolutely.
You
No, I really don't understand it. I mean, it's sort of absurd behavior, you know. I mean, I can't imagine anyone having... I always thought young people had short attention spans, but I mean, you can't imagine how long people sit out in front of my apartment building in New York for days, from 7 o'clock in the morning until, you know, 2 o'clock in the morning. It's just never ending, and they just stare at my building. I mean, how insane is that?
And they're probably still there while you're in Milan.
Yeah, they're waiting for me to come back.
You have there's an official fan club magazine called Icon.
Yeah.
What's your involvement in that?
Well, you know, I get tons of fan mail, and instead of having to, you know, make all of my secretaries read it and send them autographed pictures and stuff, this woman and this man approached me and they said they wanted to have my, you know, be in charge of my fan club and they would take care of it. And all I had to do was, they would make a newsletter and I sort of write them letters every couple of months, sort of letters to the fan they publish in the magazine. And my publicist talks to them on a fairly regular basis, giving them, you know, updates on what I'm doing and what I'm working on. So we're pretty involved in it, you know, and I really like the people that are in charge of it, so.
Is it also a way of just sort of keeping your fans
Notified.
Yeah, and also sort of happy without them actually just doing what they do here, stand outside a hotel, and it's a bit depressing.
Absolutely, yeah.
Do you think you're too famous and too open to have a successful relationship?
No. No, 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 no.
Is that just bravado?
Is what just bravado?
Just saying...
No.
That, you know, you're just being positive about life, saying it will...
Well, first of all, I'm not open about everything. You haven't asked me absolutely everything. So I'm open. I've been open to the things you've asked me. And if you ever asked me a question I don't want to talk about, I would say I don't want to talk about it. And my honesty has got nothing to do with my ability to have a successful relationship with someone.
But the fact that you're so well known, can, especially, you know, I mean, men get very intimidated by powerful women.
That's their problem.
Many people say to me, where does Madonna go from here? You know, everyone that talks to me says, where does Madonna go now because of what you're doing now?
Well, what difference does it make? They said that a year ago about me, and then they said that a year... They're too obsessed with where I'm going to go. I don't think about that. You know, it's a sort of trivial idea, and people who say, where am I going to go from here, are people that are sort of hung up on the scandalous aspect of everything that I do and not actually what I'm saying, the message of what I'm saying. So I think it's a silly question.
Okay, so do you think that what you really want is to earn respect from the people? The kids respect you because they know your songs, they know your music. When you go out there, they know everything. But the press, in a way, just to know the publicity's angle, the upfrontness, as it were, and not really what's behind it. So would you really like to have the respect as an artist?
I think every artist wants respect and understanding, yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
I'd like to put you in a trance. Erotica, romance.